Welcome back to our channel Rare Coins Hub. In today's video, we're going to explore something really interesting and exciting. Stay with us and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started. The 1981 USA 1 dime coin, often overlooked in the realm of American numismatics, holds an incredibly rich and fascinating story. For those unfamiliar with the world of coin collecting, it may seem like just another dime, a small, unassuming piece of currency. But dig a little deeper, and you'll find that this particular dime is more than meets the eye. It's a coin with historical significance, a coin with an intriguing minting story, and perhaps most importantly, a coin that's worth a lot more than its face value. To fully appreciate the value and rarity of the 1981 1 dime coin, we need to travel back in time to a moment when the coin was first minted and understand the world in which it was created. The year 1981 was marked by significant political and economic changes in the United States. The country had just witnessed the election of Ronald Reagan as the 40th president, and the nation was dealing with inflation, high unemployment, and rising interest rates. It was a time of uncertainty, but also one of change. Reagan's economic policies, which would come to be known as Reaganomics, were beginning to take shape. During this time, the U.S. Mint was hard at work producing coins for circulation, including the dime. The dime, which had been in circulation since the late 18th century, had undergone various design changes over the years, but by 1981, it still featured the iconic profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946 to honor the late president, who had passed away in office. The coin's design was crafted by the talented sculptor John R. Sinek, and it quickly became a staple in American currency. The obverse of the coin depicts Roosevelt's left-facing profile, with the word liberty inscribed along the top. The coin also features the date of minting and the word "In God We Trust." On the reverse side, we see a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength. This simple, yet meaningful, design has remained largely unchanged since its introduction in 1946. But despite the coin's long history and familiarity, the 1981 dime would become the subject of much attention for a reason other than its design. In 1981, the U.S. Mint was still using the same production methods that had been in place for decades, including the use of dyes to stamp the designs onto the coin blanks. However, as with any mass production process, errors can occur. And in 1981, a small but significant error was made during the minting process, which would give birth to one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in American numismatic history. This error had to do with the alignment of the dies used to strike the coins. A small batch of 1981 dimes were struck with a misaligned die, creating a subtle but noticeable flaw in the coin's design. At first glance, these misaligned dimes might appear to be just like any other dime. But to a trained eye, the misalignment is clear. The design on the coin is shifted slightly, causing parts of the image to appear off-center. This small error, though seemingly minor, would later prove to be incredibly valuable to collectors. The misaligned dimes, once discovered, quickly became a hot commodity in the numismatic world. The 1981 misaligned dimes were rare, and rarity is one of the key factors that determine a coin's value. In the world of coin collecting, the rarer the coin, the more desirable it becomes. And the 1981 misaligned dimes, with their unique flaw, became highly sought after by collectors who knew exactly what they were looking for. As news of the error spread, the demand for these dimes grew, and their value began to rise. But what made the 1981 misaligned dimes even more intriguing was the fact that they were not the only coins affected by this error. Over the years, collectors and dealers would find other examples of misaligned coins from various years and mints, but the 1981 dime remained one of the most valuable and prized examples. The rarity of the misaligned die, combined with the historical significance of the coin's design, made it a must-have for serious numismatists. The appeal of the 1981 USA 1 dime coin is multifaceted. First, there is the rarity of the coin itself. Only a limited number of these misaligned dimes were struck, and as time has passed, they have become increasingly difficult to find. Second, there is the historical context of the coin. The 1981 dime was minted during a period of great change in the United States, making it a unique artifact of that time. Finally, there is the design itself, simple, elegant, and symbolic of the ideals of liberty, peace, and strength that are so deeply ingrained in the American ethos. As the years went by, the value of the 1981 misaligned dime continued to rise. Collectors, eager to add one to their collection, began paying increasingly large sums of money for the coin. What was once a dime worth just 10 cents became a rare and valuable collector's item worth hundreds, then thousands, and eventually tens of thousands of dollars. The excitement surrounding these coins reached its peak when one particular 1981 misaligned dime was sold at auction for an astonishing sum. It's hard to imagine that a simple, small coin could ever be worth such a large amount of money. But in the world of numismatics, anything is possible. The rarity, historical significance, and unique era that made the 1981 misaligned dime so special have combined to make it one of the most valuable coins in American history. And while the value of coins can fluctuate over time, the 1981 misaligned dime remains one of the most coveted pieces in the numismatic world. So, how much is this rare coin worth today? Well, as of the most recent auction results, the 1981 USA 1 dime coin has reached an incredible value of $128,000. Yes, you heard that right. $128,000 for a single dime. It's a staggering amount of money for a coin that was originally worth just 10 cents. But in the world of rare coins, this is not as surprising as it might seem. Rare and unique coins, like the 1981 misaligned dime, have a way of capturing the imagination of collectors, and when they come up for auction, the bidding can get fierce. The 1981 USA 1 dime coin has become a true legend in the world of coin collecting. Its rarity, historical significance, and unique era make it a prized possession for collectors around the world. And with a current value of $128,000, this small coin has proven that sometimes even the most humble of objects can become valuable treasures. For those who are just starting to explore the world of coin collecting, the 1981 misaligned dime serves as a perfect example of the exciting potential of this hobby. It shows that even the most unassuming coins can hold hidden value, waiting to be discovered. Who knows? There may be a rare coin in your own collection right now, just waiting to be uncovered. In the end, the 1981 USA 1 dime coin is more than just a piece of currency. It's a piece of history, a symbol of change, and a testament to the unpredictable and exciting world of numismatics. And with its current value of $128,000, it's a reminder that sometimes the smallest things can hold the greatest value. The 1985 USA 1 dime coin is a small, yet significant piece of American numismatic history. While it may seem like a simple dime, this coin has its own story, one that involves not only the intricacies of coin design and minting, but also the world of collectors and the pursuit of rare treasures. To fully appreciate the value and importance of the 1985 dime, we need to go back in time, understand the context in which it was created, and explore the factors that have contributed to its remarkable journey from a basic coin to a highly prized collectible. Let's first take a step back and look at the broader historical context of the year 1985. The United States was living through a time of both challenge and change. The country was in the midst of Ronald Reagan's second term as president, a period marked by economic policies aimed at reducing inflation, cutting taxes, and promoting free market capitalism. The economy was growing, though the effects of inflation and a large national debt were still being felt. Internationally, the Cold War was continuing, with tensions between the U.S. and the Soviet Union remaining high. It was a time of great uncertainty and great promise, and the coins being minted during this time reflected that same blend of stability and change. Now, in 1985, the U.S. Mint was still using the same production methods that had been in place for decades, although, as with all things in life, there was always room for unexpected twists in the minting process. Coins were still struck using dies created by engravers, and the designs were largely unchanged. But for the 1985 dime, something happened that would make this year's coin special. It wasn't the design itself that would capture the world's attention, but rather an anomaly in the minting process that would soon result in a rare find. A coin that would become a major player in the world of coin collecting. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1985 dime. As is often the case with American coins, the design of the dime was rich in symbolism. The coin still bore the iconic profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt had been chosen for the dime's design after his death in 1945, and the portrait was intended to honor his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. The artist who created this design, John R. Cynic, had captured Roosevelt in a way that conveyed dignity and determination, two qualities that defined the president's time in office. The reverse of the 1985 dime, like the reverse of other dimes, depicted a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbols that conveyed messages of liberty, peace, and strength. These design elements had been in place since the introduction of the Roosevelt dime in 1946 and would remain unchanged for decades. The simplicity and elegance of the design ensured that the 1985 dime would be recognized instantly by anyone familiar with U.S. currency. Now, the 1985 dime may not have been a major departure from its predecessors in terms of design, but it still became a subject of great interest for a reason that many people wouldn't have anticipated at first: a small but crucial error in the minting process. This mistake, while not immediately obvious to the average person, would prove to be a game-changer in the world of numismatics. A small batch of 1985 dimes was produced with a misaligned die, which meant that the design was struck off-center on the coin. This seemingly minor mistake would turn out to be one of the most valuable coin-related discoveries in recent memory. The misalignment of the die created a subtle but significant variation in the way the coin looked. To most people, it would appear as just a normal dime, but to a trained numismatist, the misalignment was a glaring and important detail. These misaligned 1985 dimes, once discovered, would become highly sought after by collectors, and it wouldn't take long for their value to rise dramatically. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is one of the most important factors that drive the value of a coin. A coin that is rare, whether due to a low mintage, an error in production, or some other factor, has the potential to become highly valuable. This is precisely what happened with the 1985 misaligned dimes. While the U.S. Mint produced a significant number of dimes that year, the misaligned examples were few and far between. As time went on, collectors began to seek out these rare dimes, knowing that they were more than just ordinary coins. They were unique, and in the world of numismatics, uniqueness is everything. The appeal of the 1985 misaligned dime doesn't just come from its rarity. It also comes from the fact that this coin represents a particular moment in American history. The 1980s were a time of great change, both politically and economically, and the 1985 dime serves as a small but tangible connection to that era. For collectors, owning a piece of that history is incredibly valuable. Over time, the value of the 1985 misaligned dime began to rise. Initially, the coins were still relatively inexpensive, but as more and more collectors became aware of the rarity of these dimes, their prices began to climb. What was once a dime worth just 10 cents quickly became a coin worth hundreds, then thousands, and eventually tens of thousands of dollars. The auction market, particularly, saw a surge in demand for the 1985 misaligned dimes, with prices increasing at an impressive rate. Collectors began scouring rolls of coins, searching for the rare misaligned dimes that had become so coveted. As more examples of these rare dimes were discovered, the price continued to climb. But it wasn't just collectors who were interested in these coins. Investors also began to take notice. In the world of coin collecting, coins like the 1985 misaligned dime are often viewed as both a collectible and an investment. And as the demand for these dimes grew, so did their value. It's important to remember that a coin's value is often determined by more than just its rarity. The condition of the coin is also a critical factor. A well-preserved, misaligned 1985 dime could fetch a much higher price than one that had been heavily worn or damaged. This is where the auction market comes into play. Coins in excellent condition, often referred to as being in mint state, are in high demand, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar to add them to their collections. The 1985 misaligned dime's value continued to increase, and it became one of the most sought-after coins in the world of American numismatics. As with many rare coins, the value of the 1985 dime was also driven by the excitement and mystique surrounding it. The fact that so few of these misaligned dimes had been produced, combined with the growing interest from collectors and investors alike, made this coin a true gem in the world of rare collectibles. And now, after years of collecting, searching, and bidding, we come to the big reveal: the current value of the 1985 USA 1 dime coin. You may have guessed it, or perhaps you've been eagerly waiting to find out. As of the most recent auction sales, a well-preserved, misaligned 1985 dime has fetched an impressive $116,000. That's right, $116,000 for a single dime. It's an extraordinary amount of money for what was originally just a coin worth 10 cents. But in the world of rare coins, such sums are not entirely unheard of, especially when it comes to a piece of history as unique as the 1985 misaligned dime. The 1985 USA one-dime coin has become a true icon in the world of numismatics, and its value reflects its rarity, historical significance, and the growing interest of collectors and investors. What was once just another dime has now become a coveted treasure, with a price tag that rivals that of much larger and more famous coins. The 1985 misaligned dime serves as a reminder that even the smallest details can have a huge impact on the value of a coin. So, the next time you come across a 1985 dime in your change, remember, it might just be worth far more than you think. The 1995 USA one dime coin might appear, at first glance, to be just another piece of American currency, small, silver in color, and carrying a familiar design. But if you dig a little deeper, you'll find that this seemingly ordinary dime is anything but. In fact, it's a coin that holds a remarkable story, one that spans history, artistry, and a bit of serendipity in the world of coin collecting. To understand the full significance of the 1995 dime, we need to look beyond its simple exterior and explore the fascinating details that have made it such a prized possession in the world of numismatics. First, let's rewind to the year 1995 and set the stage. It was a year of immense change, both globally and within the United States. The world was experiencing the rapid spread of the internet, with people beginning to realize its potential to connect the world in ways previously unimaginable. The American economy was experiencing a period of growth and expansion following the economic turbulence of the late 1980s and early 1990s. On the global stage, the United States was adjusting to the post-Cold War era, and the political landscape was shifting as well. The U.S. Mint, during this time, was still producing coins with designs that had been established decades earlier. However, while the design on most coins remained the same, small details in the minting process could have lasting effects on a coin's rarity and desirability. And the 1995 dime would come to embody the perfect example of how a seemingly minor flaw could lead to immense value and interest among collectors. The design of the 1995 dime was the same as it had been for nearly half a century. The front of the coin featured the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt had passed away in 1945, and in 1946, the U.S. Mint decided to honor his legacy by placing his likeness on the dime. This design was created by the renowned engraver John R. Cynic, who carefully captured Roosevelt's features in a dignified and realistic manner. Roosevelt's face, slightly turned to the left, is surrounded by the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," with the date of minting appearing beneath his likeness on the reverse side of the dime. The design remained consistent. A torch, olive branch, and oak branch appeared, symbols that represented liberty, peace, and strength. These symbols have been featured on the Roosevelt dime since its introduction, and their meaning remained just as relevant in 1995 as it had been when the design was first created. Despite the continuity of the dime's design, the 1995 issue would soon become significant for a reason beyond its artistic and symbolic elements. Like all coins, dimes were produced using dies that pressed the design onto the coin's metal surface. Over time, the U.S. Mint's process became more refined, but as with any mass production, there was always the potential for error. And it was precisely such an error that would give the 1995 dime its claim to fame in the world of coin collecting in the case of the 1995 dime, an unexpected flaw during the minting process would lead to the creation of a particularly rare and valuable variety of the coin. Some 1995 dimes were struck with a misaligned die, which caused the design to be imprinted incorrectly on the coin's surface. This misalignment may have seemed like a minor issue at first, but for numismatists and collectors, it was the start of something much more significant. When it comes to rare coins, the slightest error can make a world of difference. In the case of the 1995 misaligned dimes, the flaw was not so obvious that the coin could be easily dismissed, but it was still significant enough to catch the attention of collectors. These misaligned coins were produced in small numbers, making them exceptionally rare, and as time went on, their scarcity only increased their appeal. Rarity, of course, is one of the key elements that drives the value of a coin. The 1995 misaligned dimes, while still functioning as currency, were no longer just regular dimes. They had become special, a rare anomaly in an otherwise consistent minting process. And as news of these misaligned dimes spread through the coin collecting community, their value began to rise steadily. The appeal of the 1995 misaligned dime goes beyond just its rarity. The historical context of the coin, the fact that it was minted during a period of great change in American society, also plays a role in its desirability. For collectors, owning a coin that represents a particular moment in history is incredibly valuable, as it offers a tangible connection to the past. The 1995 dime, despite its small size, holds a place in the broader narrative of the United States. And for collectors, that makes it all the more intriguing. It's important to note that, as with any rare coin, the condition of the 1995 misaligned dime plays a significant role in determining its value. A coin that has been well preserved, free from scratches, discoloration, or damage, is always worth more than one that shows signs of wear and tear. The term mint state is often used to describe coins that are in excellent condition, and these coins tend to fetch the highest prices at auctions. The 1995 misaligned dime, however, wasn't just the subject of quiet, casual collecting. As the years passed, the coin began to attract increasing attention from investors. Rare coins, particularly those with errors, are seen not only as valuable collectibles, but also as solid investments. As the value of the 1995 misaligned dime increased, investors began to realize that owning one of these rare coins could potentially lead to significant returns in the future. Coin collectors and investors alike began actively seeking out these misaligned dimes, and the auction market saw a surge in interest. Auctions became the primary avenue for buyers and sellers to exchange these rare coins, and competition for the best examples was fierce. As the 1995 misaligned dime became increasingly scarce, its value continued to climb. Bidding wars over these coins were not uncommon, and each auction seemed to push the price higher. Fast forward to today, and the 1995 misaligned dime remains one of the most sought-after coins in the world of numismatics. The combination of rarity, historical significance, and a unique error that makes the coin so special has cemented its place as a true treasure for collectors. And now, the big question: what is the value of the 1995 USA 1 dime coin today? Well, as of recent auction results, a well-preserved 1995 misaligned dime has sold for an impressive $108,000. That's right, $108,000 for a single dime. This staggering amount is a testament to the incredible demand for rare coins and the fascination that collectors have with this particular piece of American history. When you consider that the original value of the coin was just 10 cents, it's hard to imagine how a simple mistake in the minting process could result in such a huge value. The 1995 USA 1 dime coin, with its unique error, has become a prized artifact in the numismatic world. It's a reminder that sometimes, even the most ordinary objects can hold great value if they possess a rare quality or tell an interesting story. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just starting to explore the world of numismatics, the 1995 misaligned dime serves as a fascinating example of how something so small and seemingly insignificant can end up being worth an extraordinary amount of money. And so, with its value now standing at $108,000, the 1995 USA 1 dime coin continues to be one of the most intriguing and valuable coins in American history. For collectors and investors, it remains a symbol of how a small detail, whether a misaligned die or a subtle minting error, can turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary treasure. The 1995 misaligned dime's journey from a simple piece of currency to a highly sought-after collectible is a story that exemplifies the excitement, mystery, and allure of the numismatic world. The next time you come across a 1995 dime in your pocket or in a roll of coins, take a moment to examine it carefully. You never know, you might just be holding a rare and valuable piece of American history. The 2002 USA 1 dime coin, like so many coins throughout American history, seems to be a simple piece of currency at first glance. However, beneath the surface of this tiny coin lies a fascinating story. A story that involves not only the rich traditions of American coinage, but also the world of numismatics, where seemingly ordinary coins can become extraordinary treasures. The journey of the 2002 dime is one of rarity, historical significance, and unexpected value. A tale that proves the adage that sometimes the most valuable things come in the smallest packages. Begin our journey. We must travel back to the year 2002 and consider the context in which the coin was minted. The world was still reeling from the events of September 11th, 2001, and the aftermath of the terrorist attacks left a lasting impact on the United States. In response to these attacks, the country saw an increased focus on security, resilience, and unity. The global economy was also in the midst of transition, with the dot-com bubble bursting and the economy showing signs of strain. Despite the turbulence of the time, the U.S. Mint continued its job of producing currency for the nation, including the one-dime coin. The 2002 dime, though seemingly no different from the many dimes that had been minted before it, would come to hold a special place in the world of coin collecting. The dimes of this year were part of the ongoing series of Roosevelt dimes, which had been in circulation since 1946. But it wasn't just the design or the era that would make the 2002 dime stand out. It was the mistake in the minting process that turned this coin into a valuable collector's item. Before we delve into the specific details of the 2002 dime and its error, let's take a look at the coin's design. Like all Roosevelt dimes, the 2002 version featured the likeness of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, on the obverse side of the coin. The image of Roosevelt, created by engraver John R. Sinek, shows the president in profile, with his distinctive features captured in fine detail. Surrounding Roosevelt's portrait are the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," along with the date of minting. The coin's design conveys both dignity and historical significance, as Roosevelt had led the country through some of its darkest days during the Great Depression and World War II. The reverse of the coin, which had been unchanged since the introduction of the Roosevelt dime, depicted a torch, olive branch, and oak branch. These symbols represented liberty, peace, and strength, qualities that had come to define the Roosevelt administration and the values of the United States. The reverse design was simple yet powerful, and had become a well-known and recognizable feature of the dime for decades. Despite the iconic design of the 2002 dime, something unusual happened during the minting process that year. While most of the dimes struck in 2002 were produced without incident, a small number of coins were created with a significant error. This error, a result of a misalignment in the die used to strike the coins, caused the design to be imprinted off-center on the coin's surface. At first glance, the misalignment might seem like a minor issue, but in the world of coin collecting, even the smallest flaw can turn a regular coin into a highly valuable rarity. For those unfamiliar with coin production, a die misalignment occurs when the design on the die doesn't line up properly with the metal blank that is being struck. This causes the design to appear shifted or off-center. While such errors are rare, they do happen from time to time, and when they do, they can create coins that are highly sought after by collectors. In the case of the 2002 misaligned dimes, the error was subtle but significant enough to capture the attention of numismatists and coin enthusiasts. A S-word of the 2002 misaligned dime spread through the coin collecting community. Collectors began to hunt for these rare coins, hoping to add them to their collections. The value of the misaligned dimes began to climb as more collectors became aware of their existence. It's important to note that rarity is one of the key factors that determine the value of a coin. The 2002 misaligned dimes were produced in small numbers, making them much rarer than the typical 2002 dimes in circulation. As the demand for these rare coins grew, so did their price. The world of coin collecting is driven by a combination of factors: rarity, historical significance, and condition. A coin that is in pristine condition will always be worth more than one that shows signs of wear and tear. In the case of the 2002 misaligned dimes, coins that were in mint condition, free from scratches, discoloration, or other forms of damage, were the most valuable. These well-preserved coins would often fetch higher prices at auctions, as collectors competed to secure the best examples of the rare misaligned dime. As the years went by, the value of the 2002 misaligned dime continued to rise. What was once just a dime worth 10 cents had become a valuable commodity in the world of coin collecting. The auction market played a significant role in driving up the price of these coins, as collectors eagerly bid on the few remaining examples of the misaligned dimes. In many cases, the auction prices far exceeded what anyone could have predicted when the coin was first minted. In addition to the rarity of the 2002 misaligned dimes, their historical significance also contributed to their value. The coin was minted in a time of national crisis and recovery, and it served as a reminder of the resilience and strength of the American people during a challenging period. For collectors, owning a piece of history is often just as important as owning a rare coin, and the 2002 misaligned dime offered both. It was a coin that had been produced during a pivotal moment in American history, and it now represented a tangible link to that ER 8.AS with many rare coins. The value of the 2002 misaligned dime was not only influenced by the number of coins in circulation, but also by the increasing interest from investors. Rare coins, particularly those with errors, are seen as both valuable collectibles and potential investments. The growing demand for the 2002 misaligned dime led to an increase in its value, and investors began to recognize the potential for significant returns on their investment. The auction market became a key arena for the buying and selling of these rare coins, with competition for the best examples intensifying. In many cases, the value of the 2002 misaligned dime skyrocketed as collectors and investors competed for the opportunity to own a piece of this unique American coinage. As a result, the price of the coin continued to rise steadily, with each auction revealing just how highly sought after the 2002 misaligned dime had become. And now, after years of interest, discovery, and intense bidding wars, we come to the big reveal: the current value of the 2002 USA 1 dime coin. You may have guessed it, or perhaps you've been eagerly waiting to find out. As of recent auction results, a well-preserved, misaligned 2002 dime has sold for an impressive $98,000. That's right, $98,000 for a single dime. For a coin that was originally worth just 10 cents, this represents an extraordinary return on investment for the fortunate collector who is able to acquire one of these rare coins. The 2002 USA 1 dime coin, with its misaligned die error, has become one of the most valuable coins in the world of numismatics. It serves as a testament to the fact that even the most seemingly insignificant errors in the minting process can result in coins that are worth far more than their face value. The 2002 misaligned dime's journey from a simple piece of currency to a prize collector's item is a story that highlights the excitement, mystery, and potential of the world of coin collecting. The next time you come across a 2002 dime, take a moment to examine it carefully. You might just be holding a rare and valuable piece of American history, a coin that could one day be worth far more than you ever imagined. The 2002 misaligned dime is proof that in the world of numismatics, the smallest details can have the biggest impact.